Something I really love about sites like YouTube is that they allow you to share stories with strangers that normally wouldn't experience these stories in the same way, if at all. And today I'm sharing with you a story that's not my story, but I hope it has as big as an impact on you watching it as it did for me making it. This is Aberfan in the beautiful South Wales valleys, and like most towns in the valleys over the past 100 years, it has heavily relied on digging coal out of the ground. Aberfan has a real strong sense of community, but on the 21st of October 1966 it would be hit by one of the worst disasters in British history. Waste coal from the local mine had been piled high on the mountainside above the town. After several days of heavy rainfall, a huge avalanche of coal, mud and water came sliding down the mountainside here, only came to rest with the coal literally leaning up against the doors and the walls of these houses behind me. But worse still is that 50 years ago, in this exact spot where I'm sitting, there was a primary school that had just opened for the day. The landslide of coal was absolutely relentless, smashing through walls and doors and wiping out half a street before it came to a standstill. Some say the noise was so loud that they thought a fighter jet was crashing into the mountainside. Immediately, from all over South Wales, people came to try and help. In some cases, there were so many people trying to get to Aberfan, it actually hindered the emergency services to get here themselves. Hundred and 16 children lost their lives that day, along with 28 adults. Most of them have been buried behind me, just 200 meters down the road from where the disaster took place. It's almost impossible to imagine. The coal piled high on the mountainside, not in the mounds like it is today, but literally as high as it can, almost like a pyramid. Soaking wet, saturated completely with water, and it just took one little disturbance to start that avalanche that just came tumbling down this mountain and heading right into this area here, wiping out everything in its path. Where the school once stood, there is now this beautiful memorial garden. The Queen has been here a few times. She was here a few days after the disaster. She visited the gardens in 1997 and she opened the new primary school in 2012. Just been talking to family behind me, and they were here helping to dig it out, and the gentleman there doesn't like to talk about it, and I said to the grandmother that you don't need to talk about it. There's nothing you can say. It's the wrong use of the word, but there's a sort of respect doesn't cut it. There's a magical feeling about this place, and I really do believe it's just the silence, peacefulness. It's respectful, but it's magical almost. It's really strange to be sat here 50 years ago. This is where it all started, and from this perspective you really get a sense of how this avalanche of coal just literally tumbled down the mountain. Kids 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. In quite a few cases, brothers and sisters together. So incredibly sad. What strikes me the most when I visit here is just how quiet it is, how peaceful, and how silent it is. "50 years of silence." I don't think the words "rest in peace" have ever had a more perfect fitting.